Well, you have had to have heard of the Christmas star by now, right? You all know what it is. It's the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter, where they come closely together, and from our angle of Earth, seeing those two stars come together. Now, there's some confusion out there. There are conjunctions and there are great conjunctions. Great conjunctions are when they're really close together. Regular conjunctions are when they're nearby. And a regular conjunction happens around every 20 years, a regular conjunction. The last great conjunction was 400 years ago, but it was not visible. And the last one that was visible was 800 years ago, and that's what everybody is talking about. The other one was the sun. You couldn't see it because the sun was still out. And that. So it is believed that the wise men were following the Christmas star. You have to get into astronomy and all that to look at that. There's some different opinions when it comes to all that. But stars were important back then, very important. They're not as important in this day and age. But back then, if you were an ancient mariner out at sea, you had no point of reference on the land of where you were at. And when darkness came, you had no reference of the sun. And so the ancient mariners used the stars to find what direction to go. Well, this star's in the east, that star's in the west, north, south. They used the stars to navigate. That was their GPS that we have now so easily. And no, we're not guided by physical stars in our life nowadays, but we are guided by stars, metaphorically. What are the stars that are guiding us? Is it the star of wealth and security? Many people chase that star, make decisions based solely on that star. Or is the star popularity and acceptance? We want to be popular, so we make decisions based on what will be most popular to our friends. And we sacrifice our own thoughts and feelings to be popular and to be accepted. Or is it the star of pleasure and addiction? More and more. I need more and more of it. It just never fills me. These stars can burn bright in our lives, overwhelming other stars. But they have a tendency to flame out. They're like shooting stars. But there is one star that is consistent, that is always there. It's not always the brightest because of these other stars, but it's always there. It's the true star. It is Christ. And that star, if you follow that star, it will always lead to love. And it will always lead to a deeper love, not some infatuation, but a real love and a deep love, a deeper meaning in life. security and acceptance and joy can only be found in this star on a deep level. So, what stars are guiding you? Are the stars guiding you closer to God or farther away? This is a great time to look at that. Look at the past year. We enter a new year. It's a good time to look. Look at the past year. Have you grown closer to God? Has your relationship become more personal and close? Or has it grown farther away from God? A lot of times it's the stars that guide us are either guiding us closer or farther away. Or maybe you feel indifferent. A way to avoid the question, right? To really look at it. You know, they say that if you're not progressing, you are regressing. God spits out the lukewarm. We're either growing or we're regressing. How do we find this star when our life is so dark? The challenge to turn to the ancient mariners. They know the stars. They have walked through the darkness in their life, and they have found the star of Christ. Do you know those people? Do you have some of those people in your life? We all need those ancient mariners, those elders, those people who've been through the darkness and have found joy. Not somebody who's been through the darkness and has found bitterness. There's too many of them. We need to find the ones that have found the true star of Christ. Some questions to look at. Are you growing closer or far away? And who are those ancient mariners that can guide you closer to God?